What is downstairs, and welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman with Shut Up Parento on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Plays. Today we're taking on Olympia and Libertad in the league because it is third and first. We've coincidentally just been playing them at the same time. Form has been terrible. It has been awful. We are so very bad at football again. It's delightful. Not looking forward to this, but might as well record it for ye. Since you were here last in the Libertad game where we beat them and made it to the final of the Copa Paraguay, we beat Sportivo Loqueño 2-1. Max Ben and Peterson scored. Sanabria, stupid sending off in the 90th minute. They played against Journeyman. They scored in the 3rd minute. We never really looked like getting involved in that game at all. So there was like 3 highlights. That was about it, really. Then San Lorenzo, Paraguay, we drew 2-2. Giuliano scored a penalty. Scored a penalty. His 2nd goal of the season. Prolific. Max Ben also scored in that game, but Giuliano scored the goal that got us the point. Then we went and played Sol de America, and Giuliano scored from open play for the first time in God knows how long. The entire season, at least. Probably a lot longer. Seeing as how he hadn't scored for 27 games earlier in the year before he scored against General Diaz. So today, taking on Olympia. Then I'm going to jet off to, I think my games are in New Zealand. We're going off to Asia anyway. We're playing Iran and China? Yeah, we're playing Iran and China. Both the way. I guess we're traveling. So in between the 2 games, I'm going to be jetting off to Iran and then China. Then we're going to come back and play Libertad. And then we've got 3 games left of the season, and we've a Copa Paraguay final. League-wise, we've lost the league, pretty much. Libertad need to lose pretty much all their games because we are dropping points like it is nobody's business. It's not ideal. But this is how we're lining up for today's game. We have Zunga in goal, Torres and Luis Ricardo as our wingbacks, Maslov and Gonzalez as our centre-backs, Ben Sanabria and Castillo as our central midfield, Giuliano, Peterson and Resquin as our strikers. Giuliano does have a slight injury. He's got blisters. He's just going to have to play through it. I'll put him on the bench. Calabrio can start. Garcia and Giuliano are both sitting on the bench with injuries. But we don't have any other options, to be fair. Huacha is back from his injury. I'm bringing him back slowly because I don't want to risk breaking him again. Because he is just coming back from his broken ankle. He did play in the last game for about 20 minutes. So we're just going to ease him back in, gently coax him into the team. See how he gets on. We do have some injuries, suspensions, all that good stuff. But it's not important. What is important is the fact that we're going to try and win this football match. We do really need strikers. We literally have 3. And as you saw today, we're playing a guy very out of position. But, the director of football did just give him a new contract. So we might as well give him an opportunity to show that he deserved that contract. I don't think he did. But he's been given a new contract. So keep going, I guess. We are fairly safe in 2nd. Why is my game stuttering so much? Resquin, Luis Ricardo. I did give some players faces. Peterson, the shortest player on the pitch, gets a header and somehow puts it over. As you can see, Gonzalez popped up on the screen for a second there. He got a new face, along with some of the new signings, and Juera got one as well. Luis Ricardo, very easy for their keeper. Gonzalez. Oh, it keeps popping off. Gonzalez has a new face. So we're not even 5 minutes in yet. How are we not even 5 minutes in yet? It's going to be a long game, I imagine. I imagine this is going to be a lengthy game. And how have they let Kekrish through? But Zungu says, no. Not today. Not today. We really do need to win this game. We really need to win this game. Libertad did drop points. Actually, I could show you. I will show you that Libertad did drop points. What am I doing? I am all over the place. Libertad, not there. Libertad beat General Diaz when we drew with Sol de America. But, okay, they beat Trader Ferrero. There was a game they lost. I saw it with my own face. Or they drew. Deportivo Capitia. Having said that it was an easy win for Libertad, they drew it. But then we lost our next game. Or did we draw? Results have just been hit or miss. And it's been mostly miss so far. We've not had the best of time. We've been quite poor. I've tried going back to the 4-2-4. I've tried the 4-3-3. It's just nothing's working. Literally nothing is working with this Haroom of less than ideal players. I don't want to watch them scoring their goal again because, it's not ideal. Torres, who's being chased by Braga, gets a crossover. Resquin, he heads it wide. Of course he does. It's Resquin. The man's only scored 23 goals this year. He's only scored 1 in the last 2 months. It's infuriating. But hopefully we can do something in this game. Pedro Paulo. Maslov gives away a penalty. And I don't think I put Chow on the bench either. You can't even look at a player. I looked at it and I went, oh, Vollenweiler. I've never seen him play before. I looked at his name on their side of the screen. Over here, I looked at his name and I was like, oh, that's definitely not a Paraguayan name. And he only went and scored a penalty. So I'm going to ask for a bit of passion. We've been shocking so far. To be fair, we have a makeshift striker. Our centre back is struggling, and our playmaker is having a poor game. It's literally the opposite of what you want from a football match. Show me something else in the second half. The assistant manager comes in and says, "Oh, you've been poor. You've been unlucky, lads." No, they've been terrible. They have been shocking. Come on, I'm going to demand more before we make our change. I still haven't checked to see if we've Chow on the bench. Oh, we do. We can actually. We have Mendieta. Of course we don't. Do I have Mendieta playing? No, I don't. I've Ben. Offside? No. Jonathan Godoy. Alright, time for a change. We're going to figure something out. We're going to figure out how to get this tactic changed. Don't really have anyone that can play a right wing. What if we just do this? For an attacking midfielder, you are not very good at playing attacking midfield, which is just ideal. It's exactly what you want. An attack midfielder who can't really be an attack midfielder. Just be an attack midfielder, I guess. Gonna move Ben and Snabry around. What a Miguel Castillo is having a poor game. And he's booked. And he's a liability when he's booked. Bring on Hawacha, he can play a little bit. Mazov's had a poor game. We'll take him off and bring on Chavez, who will not be on cover because he is better as a defend or stopper. I'm going to see if a stopper does a difference. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the highlight again. How could I make the mistake of not putting... Maybe Mendieta is injured. Is Mendieta injured? Is that why I didn't select him? Yeah, Mendieta is injured. That's why he's not picked. And I didn't put Ramirez on the bench. And Villalba has been dropped to the under-21s because he missed training. I think it's the first time I've had a player miss training in FM20. And I couldn't fine him because the code of conduct gave him a warning. I wanted to fine him and it wouldn't let me. But we're going to get smashed today by Olympia. Less than ideal. We're going to bring on Giuliano and move Peterson into the attacking midfield. Make him a shadow striker. Because what's the worst that could happen? I'm going to bring on an injured player to play up front because of how absolutely atrocious my attacking midfielder is. Yeah, I think for the Libertad game, maybe we just try go back to 4-2-4, see if that does something. I do feel as though we might get sacked if we don't buck up our ideas a little bit at least. Resquin, what's he going to do with it? Back to Huacha. Resquin shoots over. Of course he does. Of course he does. Because that's what Resquin seems to do best now. To shoot over the bar. Ben gives it back to Chavez. Luis Ricardo cuts inside. Resquin. Or it's Peterson. Our Brazilian wonder kid striker playing as an attack midfielder today. Couldn't do anything to help us. That is now our 8th defeat of the season in the league. All into training tomorrow, lads. Peterson. I know you were playing out of position, but you were terrible. The 3 lads I brought off. Not happy. That was shocking. That was terrible. The assistant manager, again, the assistant manager. Unlucky lads. Yeah, unlucky lads. You tried. You tried. Yeah, you tried. God damn. Right, so it'll be a bit of a wait for ye. Well, for me. But for ye, it'll be instantaneous. We'll be back for the Libertad game, where I'm pretty sure the league is now done and dusted. I am pretty sure he hasn't scored in 8 games. I'm pretty sure, regardless of what happens in the Libertad game, we are almost certainly out of it. Yeah. They win their game. There's 4 games left, 12 points on the table. We'll be 9 points behind. We're not coming back from 9 points behind. We still have that Libertad game to play. Unless we beat Libertad and then they crumble for the rest of the season, we're going to finish second again. At least this time we didn't dominate the league until the final day. So we will be back in just a second for that Libertad game. Don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. Right, fellas, we're back now for the Libertad game. Just thought I'd let you know the Copa Libertadores final is about to take place as well. San Lorenzo are taking on Santos. Unfortunately for last year's finalists, they both lost in the semi-final. Colo-Colo lost to Santos. River Plate got beaten by San Lorenzo. So last year's final will not be played again, thankfully, because I didn't want Colo-Colo to win it 2 years in a row after I got sacked. So yeah, I think Santos is probably going to win this one. I don't want San Lorenzo, but if San Lorenzo win, then we got beaten by the best. So I don't know. So we're taking on Libertad today. As you can see, General Diaz have been relegated. It is confirmed. Today is also the day that could confirm Libertad as the champions. So all the more reason to bring you back for this. And this is how we're lining up. We have Zungu in goal, Torres and Luis Ricardo as our wingbacks, Maslov and Gonzalez as our centre backs, Ben and Castillo in central midfield. We are playing with wingers today, so Mendieta and Chow are going to play as the wide men, Giuliano and Resquin up front. Resquin, during the international break, scored twice for our reserves, so hopefully he's remembered how to score goals. Peterson is suspended and Roman is still out injured. He's been out injured now for a month and a bit. No, not a month and a bit. He's been out for about a month. Still got about 2 more months left before he's back. Luis Ricardo's been okay. Failing that, we have Godoy. Godoy plays today. Gonna just play him as a wing back. It's gonna be a wing back. I did consider starting Huacha because he did play for Peru, but Castillo plays really well in a 2-man midfield. I'm gonna give him the opportunity to show that he should be a regular starter. The New Zealand games went about as well as you could expect. 2 draws. The China game was hard. Oh, was it hard? It was a difficult game, but came out of it, which, about as much as you could hope. I, of course, am just saying anything I can to not have to start this game because I don't want to have to play Libertad. Because Libertad are, without a doubt, better than us. And they have proven so many times. A win today would see them over the 100-point mark with 3 games to spare. Not what I want to see. I don't really want Libertad getting 100 points when we're going to struggle to get 100 points. We've also just been exceptionally poor recently. As you saw in the Olympia game, we were smashed. We've just not been great. To be fair, they have a guy who can play as a complete forward. None of our strikers are capable or have a full green dot for complete forward. And they've just boshed it into the back of the net. 1-0 after 24 minutes. We're guaranteed second. So, are we guaranteed second? I think after today's game, we are guaranteed second. I'm not mistaken in saying that, am I? No, we're guaranteed second, regardless what happens. Okay, so we're going to finish second again. This time it's not going to be as heartbreaking as it was last time. We're being absolutely dominated in this game. Like, normally you have to pay for this kind of domination, but our fans pay for it. I suppose our fans are paying for this kind of domination. We're getting smashed. Rodas only scores his 21st of the season. We have 3 players equal or higher than him for goals, but he's playing for the best team in our division. I am as well. 3rd favourite to get sacked. I fear that if we don't pick up form, we may never see Torres play, because I have a suspicion we may get the boot in the not too distant future. I don't really want to get sacked by Jaro Parento. But we have to wait and see. Oh, Torres, what are you doing? You can't do that. Rodas. We are lucky that Zungu decided to stop that. What is my hair doing? I haven't put any product in my hair. That's the thing. Resquin gets it clear. Mendieta only fit to play about 45, maybe 75 minutes. The first half. Be aggressive. Much better showing in the second half. How long can Mendieta go? I never actually checked. I know it said he could go a certain length of time. I don't remember how long that time was. 75 minutes. He is going to play the second half. Oh, the assistant again. Saying they're unlucky. I think we're going to have to change. Giuliano gives away a penalty. We're just putting the nails in our own coffin. So in this episode, you'll have seen 6 goals, none of which were scored by us. Alright. We're going to swap to the 4-3-3 and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do here. I think we move Ben to central midfield, or to deep line playmaker. We're going to take Chow off for... Is this really what I want to do? Do we really want to bring this guy on? Not really, but... we might as well just take Mendieta off now, because he's playing poorly, tired, and he's just no point in leaving him on. So he is coming off. Hoacha is going to play as our second Mazzella, where he played really well until he broke his ankle. So I'm hoping we can get some of the good Hoacha gameplay back. Giuliano nods it on, but unfortunately Peterson wasn't the one running onto it. It was Caballero. Maslov decides to win the ball back for us, thankfully, and then Hoacha just boots it clear to nobody. And now Lee tries to get across, but Godoy says no thank you. Castillo doesn't quite find any of our players. Hoacha's been ever present in these highlights. Unfortunately, Rodas gets through on goal, but the keeper manages to get a hold of it. Gets a hand to it, I suppose. Ignacio Gonzalez, you can see his face there. Zungu manages to save the ball and gets it clear. Giuliano onto Caballero. The two strikers you don't want getting near the ball, and Caballero almost scored. The Libertad keeper got enough on it to put it behind for a corner where Torres takes, and it goes nowhere. Torres does pick back up and the highlight ends. I was kind of expecting the highlight to end there, to be fair. Zungu gets it to Godoy. Gonzalez, back to Godoy. Back to Gonzalez. All the way back to the keeper. Up to Maslov. Gets it out to the wing to Torres. Puts Giuliano through. Is he going to... No. Is he going to do anything? No, he's not. Because it's Giuliano. Cordoba, keeper with the save. Why didn't the keeper make more saves in the first half? Then we wouldn't be down by 3. Godoy's been quite error prone today. Alright, we'll bring on Ruiz Ricardo. Alright, that's the final substitution done. But it's going to mean nothing. We might as well just go very attacking. Because as I said, we have our cup final in the next episode. That's pretty much all we have to play for the rest of the season. So I don't think we're even going to bother showing the last 2 games. But just skip ahead to the awards and see who we're going to be getting in, or who we're going to be signing, if we're even going to be here. Because that is still a big if. As I said, our head's on the chopping board. And I'm not sure how much longer we have at Cerro Porrento. Nothing I'm doing it seems to work either. So that's the worst part of it. Regardless of what I'm attempting, it just seems to not be good enough. Or the players just aren't good. The players aren't good enough. If we kept the majority of the team that we had from last season, and if we kept some of the young prospects, I think we would have been away with it. Resquin does not, and Caballero almost scores. He's hit the crossbar. And it's gone out for a throw. Luis Ricardo just kind of walks over calmly to it. Ben almost gets there, but Ricardo crosses it and it gets cleared. And now they have a break. But Amarilla took a little bit too long to get going there. Thankfully. We have managed to give Jesus Amarilla a bit of an injury. That was basically the exact same thing we saw in the last highlight. They put it through, this time Gonzalez, Luis Ricardo, straight through his man. Gonzalez manages to pass the ball forward. He did it twice. And then Luis Ricardo just pings it off a Libertad defender. And now Libertad are on the attack again. Gonzalez gets himself sent off with 4 minutes left in the game. We have no more substitutions and we're down to 10 men. Ignacio. Not what you want to be doing. I think we are, you know what, Caballero, you are the chosen one. You're our centre back now. It makes no difference. We're basically playing with no strikers anyway. We're doing a strikerless formation, even though we have 3 up front. This team is just being torn to pieces, and it is depressing. Maslov, what was that pass? That full on deserved a goal because of how terrible that pass was. Luckily, we got saved, and Libertad win the league on our home ground, which is just the worst thing that could happen, but it's been done. So, not happy with the result. You 3, not pleased. Ignacio, very disappointed. Oh, also Maslov, not happy. We have a cup final to play in 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. I'm not so sure we're going to win that game now. Santos won the Copa Libertadores, as I suspected they would. Again, the league has gone to Libertad. We just weren't good enough. About halfway through the season, we just kind of fell apart, and that was it. Resquin hasn't scored in 10 hours now. The South Africa boss was here to watch, or goalkeeper, to be fair. So, and Uruguay boss came to watch Ben. Very good. So I'm pretty sure that guarantees us, second. So there's nothing to play for in the league. We won't bother with the last 3 league games. no point really. So the next episode will be the Copa Paraguay final against Fernando de la Mora, who are having a decent season in the second division. Not going to get promoted. Where were they expected to finish? They're expected to finish 5th. They're currently 4th. Pretty much where they're expected. I haven't finished in 4th yet, have they? Yeah, they have. The league's finished. So we're going to be playing the 4th best team in the division below. And we're the 2nd best team in the country. But everything here is bad. The form has been shocking. Haven't checked hierarchy in a while. Anyone hate me? Nobody hates me. That's good. We only have one team leader. Yeah. See, the director of football selling all our team leaders wasn't a great idea. Fantastic. This is the phase I've given Guerra as well. Definitely a 17-year-old. Definitely. So he's going to be playing in the next game because why not? Our strikers are shocking. We're always so many suspensions for the final. My entire central midfield is suspended for the cup final. Right, well, we will be back in the next episode for that cup final. So, if you have enjoyed, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. A pity like would be nice. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for more daily Football Manager content, where we're going to be playing a cup final. Maybe I'll suit up. Probably won't. What's the point? Paraguay Cup. It's like the 19th best cup in South America. No point. Probably. And we find out after that episode where we're going to end up next season. Because could we be here? Or are we going to be off in... Yeah, like I said, we're very insecure. They're really not happy. Really not happy. We were only expected to finish 4th in the league this year. At the start of the season, our season preview said we were 4th. We finished 2nd. Now it's saying we're in 2nd. This was never expected. They only changed this when we moved up the... What jobs are going? And I just signed a 3-year contract. Wasn't it a 3-year? Yeah. Like a 3-year. I just signed a 3-year contract. So we'll see what happens. Next episode, as I said, will be the cup final. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. And I'll see you in the next one.